Welcome to Vlogmas Decluttering Roulette on Jamie Chaotic, where every day from December 1st to 24th, I will be decluttering one quick problem area in my house, drawn at random from a fishbowl. Because 'tis the season to decorate, host parties with friends and family, and be otherwise drowning in the stress, mess, and chaos of the holiday season. I hope the videos of me getting my shit together can provide you with some decluttering motivation and a few moments of relaxation during these trying times. Thanks for watching. Now on to today's mess. All right, let's see what the next fishbowl pull. That's hard to say. Let's see what the next spot is that we're going to declutter and clean. Oh, oh, that one hit me right in the stomach. I knocked the wind out. All right, this is going to be a little bit of a beast. This is a big one, but I'm going to be thrilled when it's done. There's a lot of big ones left in here. There's a lot of big ones. For some reason, I feel like some of the easier ones got pulled first, and I've left some of the big ones to the end. But today we're doing the coffee bar. Ooh, boy. All right, here's the area we are talking about today. Right off the bat, I'm going to say that this whole section is a different ticket in the fishbowl. It's going to be kind of annoying that that's going to still be there when we're done, but that is for a different day, and we're going to stick to the rules of the fishbowl. I am going to declutter this whole thing. That too, up there too, because I don't like all this stuff hanging there. I especially don't like the coffee mugs hanging there. I feel like they're very precarious and going to fall at any moment. I don't love this piece of furniture. I feel like there might be something more functional out there. The biggest issue with this spot, because I was thinking like a baker's rack might be better, especially once I clear this stuff off and we see how this actually needs to function and what needs to be housed in this area. But the big problem is behind this little, I don't know, message board thing that is command stripped onto our breaker box. So that is the electrical panel right there in the middle of this stupid wall. Welcome to ridiculous 1970s built renter's life. They could have put it in a closet or something, but no, it's right smack there in the middle of that wall. So anything, if I did change out this piece of furniture, it either has to be low like this, and this is a walkway, so it can't stick out really far, because then it's just obtrusive as you're walking through and you will run out of space. This is a really wide angle view right now, so it looks like there's more space right here than there actually is. It's very crowded, especially with all that junk right there. It can't stick out too far. It can't go up high unless my new idea is I get something that is on wheels, kind of like a baker's rack or something similar, where if for some reason we did need to access the breaker box, we could just wheel it out. But also it needs to be like, I don't know, airflow and stuff in there. You don't want it like overheating and getting too hot, right? Like, isn't that a thing? I know at one point we had to put a fan on it because our electrical panel kept blowing on a really hot day. So, probably not the best. That's probably not great. But anyway, that can't really be blocked is the point. So I'm not happy with this, but clearly once a lot of this stuff isn't here anymore, it might actually function just the way it is. This is an extension of the kitchen is the thing. So because the kitchen sucks so bad, it's so small, there's no storage. This is where I keep the coffee mugs, the coffee maker, obviously, my mixer is there, and the cookbooks, which honestly, we're going to be eliminating 95% of the cookbooks. I'm not a cookbook kind of person. I'm drawn to them and I like to keep them, but I don't ever use them. If I want to try a new recipe, I always look online. So that's just how I do. It's just how I do it in real life. Do I wish I was like the type of person who sat down with a good cookbook and flagged recipes and stuff? Sure. But the internet exists and that's my go-to. So anyway, let's walk through what's in here. And then once I get rid of a lot of stuff, I'm going to be getting rid of a lot of coffee mugs at least, and cookbooks and whatever else is inside those cupboard doors. So once I see what I actually need to keep, this might function better. So let's get some bins and let's do this. I'll give you the quick overview of what we have going on. So we've got the mixer. We use this all the time. I'm fine with it right there until we do the kitchen someday. like the whole kitchen. This is just where it has to be. There's no other spot for it. Those pictures were supposed to be hung up. This is Aquaphor. No idea why that's there. Definitely doesn't belong. This does become one of those places where things just get set down all the time. But the big problem is the excessive amount of coffee cups that don't have a spot. So it just makes it cluttered and crowded, and then you don't notice when like random stuff just gets set there. But I will say that whenever this gets completely emptied off and is free of all these coffee mugs, it does stay clean for a good amount of time, because then if somebody like myself sets this right here, it's much more noticeable, and then it'll bug me, and then I'll put it away. For a certain amount of time, I just don't put anything there at all, because I don't want to undo all of this hard work that I did. There is one more thing up here, decor wise. These canisters and this scale, as much as I love them, and I'm talking about like top tier love, I have been trying to find the complete set of those, of that specific mid-century canister set. This one doesn't have the lid, so we just use it, you know, for the coffee accessories. And then I have sugar, and we do keep our sugar in there, and then flour, and then inside is another sugar. I have 2 sugars. I cannot find the tea. I'm looking for the tea and a coffee that's in better condition. And it's been years. I think because I have a different canister set that is complete and just as pretty, and I like it just as much, I think I'm going to retire these. I cannot guarantee I am going to sell them though, yet. I will definitely put them away into my office, my reselling office. If you are new to this channel, I have a vintage reselling business as well as doing YouTube stuff. So there's something about wanting to complete the set that is so strong in me. And I know it's, to a lot of people, it's probably not logical. I acknowledge that. I acknowledge this is a very kind of neurotic, maybe borderline obsessive compulsive thing, which I certainly am not beyond saying that I don't have a touch of that. I certainly do have those tendencies. So the idea of just selling them as is without ever having completed the set kind of makes me want to freak out, panic and cry and just like, no, I can't do that. But I don't think we need to use that set anymore. And I think for my own organization and life, it would behoove me to use the other canister set, which I will bring over in a little bit once we transition everything over. But I don't see myself selling those just yet. I have not given up the dream that someday I'm going to find the rest of the set. Yeah. But let's keep going on the tour. I know that'll probably really bug a lot of people. People hate it when, you know, you have any kind of emotional attachment to anything and want to hold on to anything. It makes people furious for some reason. But, you know, I don't care. It's my life, not yours. Down here in this drawer, this is the cat zone. So this is where we keep cat food, and I think there's some snail stuff in here too. These are like cat things in there. This has been functioning really well. It's just ready for a little refresh, I think. But this basket has worked really well for the cat food. Down here, we have old coffee filters that do not go to our current coffee system. I can already see that those can go far, far away. We have old, probably expired popcorn making ingredients. There's a Dutch oven that we do use all the time. Very good one. But see, this is what I'm talking about when it comes to kitchen overflow. Like that's a big pot. We don't have a place for it in the kitchen, so it works its way over here. I also have kitchen stuff stored in the garage. The lack of kitchen functionality spills over into other areas of the house, which is not what we want. So the kitchen is going to be a big project all on its own. I am okay with having like a secondary spillover area for small appliances. Like let's pan over here real quick. The waffle maker has no place in the kitchen. And I'm not going to show you my kitchen right now. I've walked through it before. You can see it on an older video, but I just don't even want to, like, I don't have the mental capacity for that right now. Like the emotional capacity, I don't have it. I don't have it in me today. I am okay with storing small appliances in this. This is the baking stuff. I just shoved it right there for now. That was the baking stuff we decluttered from the credenza that holds my swung glass collection that I decluttered a couple episodes ago. So that I want to go in here. Baking stuff and kitchen overflow and the cat food. along with the coffee stuff. I feel like if I can keep it to that. There's also tea. This is all tea. These are like extra coffee filters and things. If I could get that to stay in there too, that would be good. There's the popcorn bowl and another one of those. That certainly doesn't need to be in there. So yeah, like all these old HelloFresh menu things, like recipes that Blake has kept. I don't think we need that. And then in here is way too many coffee cups. Sorry, I'm getting a shadow. Way too many cookbooks. A beautiful coffee canister that I thought I would use and I never did. And then way too many cookbooks that I don't use. I can think of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. There's probably going to be less than 10 cookbooks that I keep. That's my guess. That's actually, let's take it even further and let's say that's the goal, because I don't use these, to be honest. And then coffee mugs are even worse than normal right now because we have the holiday ones out too. And I usually, when I take the holiday ones out, I wrap up the regular ones and put them in the holiday bin until we switch them back. And I didn't do that. So we will prioritize keeping the holiday ones. And honestly, the ones that are up here are the ones that I use all the time. These are like my favorite mugs that I always grab for. Those ones down there, not so much. So a lot of those are going to go. Or I'm going to find ones that I forgot I had and I love. And I'm going to have to like rotate them through or something. I don't know. But anyway, that's the overview of the situation. Let's go ahead and do a nice steady before shot. And then also there's this area, which we will do as well. This is the dry cat food in this tub. And that's fine right there. It's near where we feed them. This is some clutter that has built up on top. I don't know how that waffle iron got there. That's, I think, left over just from yesterday. This is more cat food that needs to get unboxed and put away into here. And then this up here, I would rather it just be for like pot holders or something light. Like these are his barbecue ones. I wonder if he could even keep those outside somewhere. I don't know. Aprons are okay, although I don't need all of these. I can definitely get rid of some of the aprons. I like this one a lot. Of course, it's turquoise. And then a lot of those mugs can go too. Some of them, like these are more like Pyrex collectibles. They're not actually coffee mugs that I use, so I can put those in with any of them that I want to actually keep. I can put them in with my Pyrex collection. And that's it. Okay, enough of an overview, enough of a starting point on this video. Jeez, that was kind of excessive, but there's a lot going on here. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to unpack. I'm going to get some boxes for anything I want to donate or sell or relocate. And then the trash can's right next to me, although it needs to be emptied, but I might just grab a new trash bag. And I don't think I need any other categories. So yeah, let's get going. This will be sell. This will be relocate. All right, let's just start clearing the things off. These are things I'm keeping for now. Just found these 2 things. I'm keeping that. I have a million things of honey. I only need one over here. This is the one I've been using. So these are keepers. This is a cell. It's a keeper. There's sugar spilled everywhere. That's really gross. Tea. This needs to be relocated. Just put this with the tea real quick. These are all my favorite mugs. And I'm positive there will be people who say you only need 1 mug. Wash it every day. Just have 1 mug. And I understand that. I understand that's a thing that some people do. I'm sure it's very freeing, but I don't see myself doing that. Not in this phase of life. Not right now. I definitely want less. I think there should be a limit to it. But I am not going to be a like 1 or 2 mug person anytime soon. I love my coffee mugs. Kind of want to just clear this whole thing off and then clean it and then put stuff back. Here's the funny thing about this. Since this is brown, it never shows the coffee grounds and like the coffee spill that naturally happens on the area where you make your coffee. Ooh, this is sticky. It's gonna take a few passes, especially like over here in this area. Like you can see there's some coffee grounds, but you don't really see how bad it actually is. And for better or for worse, that's how it is. It's like on the one hand, it's nice that you don't see it, but on the other hand, you don't see it and you don't clean it up. I knew it was gonna be bad. I knew it. I mean, you could see the sugar that had spilled, but you didn't see like all the spills of coffee. Ugh. I guess that's nice that you don't see it, but it's also, I kind of like seeing it because then I clean it up. This also is one of those pieces where, let me try to get in really close. It's not doing so good. Sometimes on camera, people are like, oh, that furniture piece is so good. Why would you want to get rid of it? And stuff like that. It just looks way better on camera. Like it's peeling, it's bubbling. If I get in the sunlight just right, you can see how the top has started to bubble because this is just a cheap like Target or Amazon, whatever, press board kind of situation. This is not a good piece of furniture. This is just a cheap solution in the moment. And I'm not attached to it in any way. It's not like a vintage piece or anything. It's got, you know, the style that I like. It's vintage inspired, but it's not true vintage. So if I do end up changing this out, I will not feel any way about it at all. Here's where I was keeping the tea that I currently use. I have a lot of tea. Yeah, I think at least for now, we gotta move these along. I just don't want so much stuff on here, and the canister set I have is much bigger anyway. So all of this stuff really needs to go away. And I can actually keep the tea in the tea canister that I have. So I think it'll function better. I'm a little sad, but also I'm a little excited to have my other one be featured better. I don't know where I'm gonna house these things now. This is another difficult thing for me to let go of. The canister set and this, I will hang on to for just a little while and see if I can get it to fit into my china cabinet where I keep my little collectibles. This was the very first vintage thing that I got when I was first starting my reselling business. It was one of the first things that I found like at a yard sale where I realized you can find cool things at yard sales for like $5 and they're worth $60 or $70 or $80. This was kind of like the catalyst piece, and I also loved it. It's a little bit more like rustic country kind of style than I tend to go for. So I haven't completely given up on the idea of just selling it, and I don't know that I would miss it that much, but I just need to think on it a little bit longer. And I have so much stuff to sell right now that I'm like, it might be in a later round of decluttering my own collection. I feel like there's gonna be multiple rounds of that. These are definitely dusty and need to get cleaned off, but here's what we're working with. Yeah, it's just so much more streamlined and cohesive or something. And I've kept it like this. I always keep it like this in the other spot that I had it, and I like that too. It does take up kind of a lot more room. I mean, not really, but I do have the coffee beans. We don't put the coffee beans in one of these coffee canisters is the only thing. And then we do have the stir sticks. Those might fit down here though. Like some of this stuff might, like with this, see, those could go down there even. And it's not a big deal to just pull this out, scoop the beans into the grinder, and then put it back. So maybe that will work. These we could put in this coffee canister since we don't put coffee in there. I think I'm onto something here. I think I am. Let's get the sugar transferred over. Let me see if this needs to be cleaned out. It probably does. Yeah. Pour the sugar. Pour some sugar on me. This holds a lot more sugar. This one. That's kind of nice. Although, who needs that much sugar? Jesus. I mean, I guess for baking. I guess that's what these are technically for, not just putting sugar in your coffee. I've also just been very worried about breaking these other ones because they are a very fragile, old type of hard plastic. These ones are soft and mushy and just much more durable. That doesn't seal super well, but it's okay. Let's do the tea next so I can get all this tea off of the counter. Let me wash this one. I've washed all the canisters. So now let's put, why are these two specifically sitting out? I don't know. I wanted to put all these little ones. So all these little bags of tea I'm going to put in here. I tend to drink tea, hot tea, more this time of year. We've really been on a hot cocoa kick so far this Christmas, but I am going to prioritize tea again. Okay. That's nice. Very nice. I'm going to let these kind of air out maybe a little bit more. Let's see if the coffee, see, that doesn't fit in there. That's kind of an issue. I could certainly store the extra swizzle sticks in there. That could be okay. I'm going to let these just kind of air out. I'm going to think on this as I go. Let's declutter a little bit more now. Let's go down to a next level here. Had to get another bin. These I want to relocate. This is going to get sold. Cold brew system. I forgot I had this. I think we're going to donate that. Keeping this one. I'm keeping those 3. I have a feeling all of the rest of these. Come on now. Stay. My ninja. Yeah, no. Okay, that was a funny book, but we will sell that one. All of these little pamphlets, and then these ones I'm going to keep, but this one is actually a collectible. I'll relocate that one. I think all of these are going to be sell. Ooh, I'm keeping the Jell-O. Oh, keeping the Swedish one, but they're not going to be here. Yeah, these are all sell. They're all vintage. These are going to be relocate. I think I will sell this Friends one. The Jewish Gourmet. Blake might want this. We'll see if he wants that one. All right, these two. This one especially I think is the one that had the really good. Yeah. I actually do use recipes out of that one. This one I think I did not. No, that one I did not. Betty Crocker. Nice thought, but yeah, I really need another whole bin here. Oh, wow. It's like multiple layers. All right, that one's relocate. Keep the Melissa's one. Keep Chef Debbie's. Oh, it's too tall. Okay. And these ones can go away. I need to clean these off. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then my recipe folder. So, yeah, I'm keeping 6. That's pretty good, considering I had 2 entire shelves full. There are a couple others I'm keeping. Just put this down like that. Let's see. Hang on. Let me be completely accurate here. There's 4 others I'm keeping, and 1 Blake has to decide on. That will go in my collection for now. You know what? This one. This one is kind of like that as well. And so is this one. I think these actually, I think I just want true cookbooks that I will reference for cooking in here. And the other ones can go into my Pyrex cabinet. So I'm keeping 4 in my recipe book. That's going to give me a lot more room for other stuff, for sure. What do I do here? I know what I do. Hoard all of the mugs. That's what I do. Great solution. I won't say this one out loud, but Blake got me this one. Definitely a keeper. This I want to see if I can use for my spices. It's never worked good for mugs. So I'm going to repurpose this. It's super dusty too, but that's going to get a repurposing eventually once I do the kitchen. I think I'm keeping all the rest of those. These are going to get put in with the holiday ones, which gets put right here for now. I just put it in this box here because that is a future ticket out of the fishbowl, putting away other holiday things that have trickled out around the house that are for Halloween, Easter, etc., etc. So I will put those in with the Halloween mugs, and I think that's fine. Okay, I really want to clean this. I think that'll make me feel a little bit better right now. I'm getting a little tired and overstimulated. This might be a 2-parter in real time. It's not bad. Is it my favorite thing? My favorite look ever? No. But it's okay. This can definitely be improved upon later on, but the whole point of this series is these quick wins, and this is already not a quick win. And I'm getting drained. So, you know, I think we're gonna just say, go against my entire nature of living and say it's good enough for now. Even the little coffee filters right there, I think that's good enough for now. That's what we're gonna have to say. I got rid of a lot of mugs though, guys, I really did. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 completely leaving the house. 2 getting relocated to memories. Probably in my Pyrex cupboard, I would think. And then 3 getting relocated to, oh my God, my brain just shut off. Getting relocated to the Halloween bin. We're calling them Halloween mugs, even though they're just black cats, but it counts, it works for Halloween. So that's where we are. And how many did I keep? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I kept 12. Oh, I didn't do those ones up there. None of those are going to go down in this, though, so that's okay. All right, so I kept 12. There's going to be 12 here, not counting whatever's in the dishwasher. Whoa, Jesus. Tripping on clutter. This is not how I die. I refuse to death by vintage. Still don't know what I'm gonna keep in that coffee bin. My gosh, this looks nice. And I don't have anything in flour either. And I don't know if I actually want to keep flour in this. Or maybe that's where I keep like the coffee filters. Honestly, I have a thing of flour in the pantry. Maybe I do that. I put the coffee filters in here and the swizzle sticks in there. I think that will make me happy. Well, do I need to keep this little one then? If I just keep them all in there, I mean, I'm thinking of this as being like back stock. Do I want to open it every single day? Maybe I try it. Maybe I try not having the sticks out and just opening this bin and getting a stick out that way every single day. I mean, it's just to stir my coffee. It's not a difficult task. Filling this stupid bin is turning out to be a difficult task. Okay. I'm sure that was really loud. I'm sorry. Oh, the lid doesn't go on. Are you kidding? It's just because it dents down a little bit. Oh, it's just not quite perfect. Well, in that case, I think we do keep this. That would have been, I'm literally going to make sure I buy smaller, slightly shorter swizzle sticks next time, because this is what I really want to work. I really want this to work. After these are used up, that's gonna be my goal. And I understand having these at all is pretty wasteful, okay? I understand that. You know, we could just use a spoon, stir the spoon, wash the spoon, but this was a solution to a different problem, which was a million dirty spoons sitting on this coffee bar. So this was the solution to that. I understand it seems very wasteful, and it is. And I hate waste, and I hate like environmental irresponsibility, but also there's a mental health fight happening in this house, and that helps me mentally. And we're just gonna leave it at that for now. Okay. Ouch, Jesus, I keep doing that. Good, better. Oh, I was gonna wipe those down. Huh. See, I'm getting distracted, even in my own decluttering section. This should have been like one little cubby at a time, not the whole thing. Can't even get through this whole thing without getting sidetracked within the thing, within the cabinet. That's for my sun tea. That cannot go. This is my mom's. I keep forgetting to give it back to her. We borrowed it on the way back from a trip from Oregon one time, and it's been like a couple years. I never give it back, and I don't even know if she wants it back. What is all of this? Oh God. Okay, popcorn set is a keep. I already know that. Here's the tea. I kind of think the tea functions perfectly fine. It's super organized. I even have a nice tea cup in there. This bin, oh, here's one of these, okay. This bin just needed to kind of get refreshed a little bit, but everything in here is pretty darn good. That's my like big Bubba tea. Let's put that that one in the back. I'm okay with this. Okay, so let's just put this back in. That's my tea. Coffee pot for when we have people over. Keeps the coffee warm. Koozies. I don't need this ice cream one. Declutter that. I do use these. I tend to keep them right here. I'm going to say that that's fine. Let me grab some other ones and put them there. No, I could only find one other one. That's a good enough place for them. Easily accessible. I can still get my tea in and out. Good. Now this is the filters, which I'm hoping are going to fit in the flour container. Oh, sure. Sure. Yes. And I think we just keep them all in there. We just open it up and get one in the morning. Here's some trash that can be thrown away. Oh, wait, there's more. There's more right here. Okay, we had multiple things of these. Will all of this fit? Let's see. Yes, it will. It will. Okay. 2 whole boxes of filters fit in there. Maybe not 2 whole boxes, but the 2 half. Oh, see, again, same thing with the lid. Oh, no, it's not. It's not. I'm just not putting it on good. It's not stopping. Okay, good. Ooh, I love that. Ooh, I'm happy. Okay, I feel a little better now. Minuscule bit better. Ooh, maybe I keep my honey in with the tea because there's room right there. So that's good. The other honeys are gonna go in the cupboard in the pantry that has no room in it, which is why these were sitting right there in the first place, because there was no room in the pantry, and I put them next to the coffee and tea area. These papers, I just can't be down on the floor anymore. Yes, this is expired. We're throwing this away. It's citric acid to clean out the electric tea kettle, but I use vinegar to descale that, so it's not a big deal. All right, I don't keep manuals. You can find this stuff online if you really needed it. This is the only one that I might need because I use this cooking chart. Well, shit, I do have to keep this one. I want to keep it in the actual thing though. So I'm gonna throw this one away. I don't even know what this is. Why do we have electronic manuals in here? Okay, it's being thrown away. I feel like all of these HelloFresh recipes need to get thrown away, as well as the Tobin James. This is our wine club newsletter. It tells you about the wines that you get in your shipment. So I think he was holding on to those to just be able to look up the wines if he wanted to, but I'm gonna say I want this whole stack to be thrown out, but I'm gonna run it by Blake and I'll let you know if he says he agrees and it's in the trash can. Here's hoping. And then this needs to go get relocated into the rice cooker, which is in the garage. Good. We're looking good. I'm pretty satisfied right now. Actually, I'm like kind of giddy. I'm so happy. Okay, so this just goes like that. I'm thinking the Dutch oven, and even that one, I feel like having those 2 pretty blue pans as the thing that's showing is better than even cookbooks. Like, does it fit though? Maybe that's why I didn't do that. No, this one fits. I mean, I feel like that looks so pretty. Like, I love my blue pans. I do like the cookbooks showing a little bit though. I don't hate them. Okay, let's just keep going. Says it's expired, but it's just unpopped popcorn, and it's a Best Buy date. You'll see whenever we do the pantry, I'm very weird about expiration dates and like potential food poisoning. You get food poisoning enough times, I feel like you don't play around with expiration dates anymore, but I know logically a lot of the stuff like spices and unpopped popcorn that have best by dates, it's probably still fine. With spices, they just might not taste as potent, but you're not going to get sick. These, it's like maybe some of them won't pop, but like I don't feel like I'm going to poison my family with this. So I'm going to keep it because there's still a lot in here. Oh, it doesn't. That's annoying. No wonder it was just like sitting out like this. It doesn't fit. See, that's the other thing with this cabinet is they're very skinny. Oh man, what happened to this? That got all totally rusted. That's getting thrown out. Yikes. All right, these coffee filters are for a coffee thing that we don't have. So that's donate. This is the salt, seasoning salt. If you can't tell, Blake and the kids make homemade popcorn. We haven't done it in a while, but nope, that's still good. Okay, good. Here's the little popcorn bags that I want to say we never actually use. Let's see. Oh, look at this. There were 2 of these. What do you know? This one fits though. I wonder if I can consolidate. Let's just take it out for now. This one's way more expired. And this is expired and looks pretty gross. Brown paper bags, that was actually for school projects. I can't squat anymore. These peanuts, I'm gonna put these in with party supplies instead because we don't actually use this for popcorn. So I'm gonna go put this with the party stuff because that's where we would use this. And to be honest, that might be a future pass of actually just getting rid of it. I'm just kind of getting a little bit burnt out on this right now. I'm just like physically uncomfortable. This is just a hard one to get down to. All right, this goes in the office. I know that much. That's for something else. I kind of want all the popcorn stuff to be together. I feel like let's go ahead and put the cookbooks in here. Does that fit that way? Oh, no, it still doesn't, but I could tip it and then it fits. That works for me. Just do a little angle and then it fits. And if it's not showing, it's not going to drive me crazy. We're getting somewhere. We're getting somewhere. I still got to put that baking stuff in there too. All right. This coffee pot and this iced tea. Oh man, hate that stuff just doesn't fit. It fits like that with the lid off, so that's not the end of the world, but I still don't like it. All right, I like this idea. Just make some. Oh, see, I just love that. That is bringing me joy. Popcorn. That one doesn't fit. I don't know if I'm gonna really keep that. I'm gonna do that one that way. This is a lunchbox that we rarely use, and then some brown paper bags that are literally just for when they go on field trips. And then we will keep the baking stuff. Oh, here's this stuff. I was wondering where that went. Okay, let me just wipe this out. I'm doing like a froggy squat right now and killing myself. You know, we don't always talk about how like actually physically demanding this can be. And if you have mobility issues or just physical ailments, this can be a lot harder than it seems for other, you know, more physically fit or physically capable people. This is not physically fun for me right now. Oh my God. Okay, the toothpicks. If I was gonna look for some toothpicks, I would not look in here. So I'm gonna put this in the pantry because I feel like that's where I would actually look for that. Whenever we do the pantry, man, That's gonna be something else. I don't want these here just like this, but it's kind of darn cute. Maybe just for now, until I put some of those away. It looks kind of cute. I feel like this can go down here. Is that gonna shut with that like that? Yes, excellent. This I'm gonna throw away. I didn't ever get another bag. Alakazam, all of a sudden we're done. This is more baking stuff. That's all of my baking stuff. I didn't go through the cat bin. I want to put some cat stuff away, but I do have to break to go get the kids from school. And honestly, all of this is getting kept anyway. I will put some cute message on that board when I get back. Is cat stuff. Let me put the food in there. Did you hear me touching your food, Maxwell? I'm not giving you any right now. I'm sorry. I do need to take a break to go get the kids from school. But this is where we stand right now. She's looking a lot better. I'll tell you that much. There's a lot less stuff in there. I just need to do like the stuff that's hanging and on the side, especially once we close this. I love just having those two pots right in the center, and it makes me want to not be able to see the coffee mugs either. Like it just looks so much nicer with just having clean, simple things in there that are showing. That's something that I'm probably not going to get to today, and I'm going to have to think on it a little bit. What I would put there instead, possibly the popcorn bowl. But then do I want to actually open that cabinet every time I want to take out a coffee mug? That's the question. And will I do that, or will they end up just getting put on the top shelf like they were before? So I might just live with this for a little bit. Also, there's the extra coffee mugs on the top, the Christmas ones, which I think really does look cute, but it looks cute if you can't see the other ones underneath. So it's a little cluttery still, but oh my God, a million times better than it was before. So, okay. Break for picking kids up from school, and then I will blast through the rest of this. Once I got back from picking the kids up from school, I just did not feel like talking anymore, and I wanted to just kind of rush through the rest of this because I had been working on it literally all day. Plus the kids were constantly interrupting and needing stuff and talking and watching TV and making noise. So we're just going to speed through the rest. It's really just the side of the cabinet at this point and the accordion hanging rack that I'm decluttering. I took all of the coffee mugs off of that. I kept one that I wanted to put in the rotation. The other ones were either getting sold or going into my Pyrex cabinet. I also whittled it down to just my one apron and one barbecue apron for Blake, his barbecue, pot holders, and one pot holder that I could find at the moment. I think the other ones were in the wash, but we do have more pot holders, but that's what's hanging up there right now. I restocked the cat food and got rid of the cardboard box package that had been sitting there for a while and just finished the job. I just got the job done here. This whole project was kind of a weird one because I felt really physically uncomfortable having to be down on my knees on the hardwood floor, and it just felt like it was never going to end. And then all of a sudden it was done. And it was like I kept feeling the whole time like I just had this insurmountable amount left to do, but then it was over. So it was kind of weird. I was not in the best mood on this day, so I think that affected it a little bit. I did have a ton of stuff to get rid of. Do you see all this stuff? 3 overflowing boxes. One of those banker boxes was a complete donate. The other one was sell. And then this red grocery bag box thing is relocate. And I know how satisfying it is for you guys to watch me actually put all the other stuff away. I do prefer this method of not walking everything back to its home in the moment and just getting the decluttering done and shoving everything into a box. But the key to this is you do have to put all of the stuff away afterwards. I would rather just not walk all over the house while I'm in the middle of decluttering. It's a focus thing for me. I get off on these side quests when I start wandering through the other part of the house. I might even sit down somewhere and then just all is lost. So this works best best for me to just put it all into a box and then finish the job at the end by putting all of this away. It's like the final touch. Now, unfortunately, my phone did die at the very end, and so you don't get to see me put away these last couple of boxes, which is kind of infuriating. But believe me, I really did put them completely away. You can see they got empty, so that's good. This has changed the whole momentum of the entire house. Not even kidding, not exaggerating at all. The whole momentum of the house has shifted because this is now completely decluttered and gorgeous and airy inside of the cabinets. Chef's kiss. It's just so good. I'm really happy. It was a hard one. This video is obnoxiously long for a Vlogmas video, but I hope you forgive me. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for watching this one and sticking with me. Hopefully this is the hardest job in this whole Vlogmas series. I probably should have broken this down into like 2 or 3 tickets, to be honest, but here's the before and afters. Huge difference, but obviously it's going to look better once I pull the ticket to put away all of that holiday stuff that's piled up on the side. So that's a little bit aggravating that it's not just completely gone and perfect, but that's just me being a perfectionist and finding the single flaw in this absolutely unbelievable transformation. I got rid of so much stuff. I appreciate you guys hanging in there. If any of you watched the entire video, please subscribe. I've got more content coming, and I will see you tomorrow. Thanks, everyone.